Welcome back to the New Life Recap, your weekly roundup of comings and goings on the New Life server. This week we've got the first successful trips to the Nether, superheroes and shopping networks, and various reactions to being a human in a hybrid world. Got it? Then let's go! Pixel Riffs makes his way into New Life, and although Archaeologist doesn't sound like a superpower, his origin makes leather armor better than diamond, and gravel produce innumerable treasures. Just keep him away from the spiders, yeah? He tours around the central server, gawping at his neighbors' automated farms and sliding glass doors, before settling down on the coast in view of some historically significant landmarks. Despite it already having claimed 2 lives, Pix ventures into the Nether, though he's a bit more cautious about it.
Looks like we have a basalt delta. I have no idea what that is, but I want to stay well away from that. Oh my goodness. And
it's thankfully not long before he finds the nether reeds he needs, because of course a starter house needs a roof made out of a material only found in Minecraft Hell. After resorting to hand farming when redstone proves for once inefficient, Pix builds said starter house, and invites some of his neighbors over for the official Waystone enablement.
Yay, so now people can come and visit, which will be lovely, because I need human contact now after having isolated myself so that I can farm reeds for a few days.
After they leave, he starts on the interior of his home, before finally remembering to actually explain what this series is at the end of the video, which means some viewers were probably very confused for about half an hour. Sausage starts off this week adding a few pops of color around his base with modded flower pots and lattices. Inside, he proudly shows us he's cleaned up his act and his kitchen, and even brings Pearl over to get her stamp of approval. Unfortunately, Pearl knows it's not that easy.
Don't go upstairs! Don't go upstairs though! No! I said just the kitchen! I said just the kitchen!
Sausage!
I said just the I'm not done.
Sausage!
I said just the kitchen. I'm not.
To keep from having to bug Gem for honey all the time, Sausage builds an industrial honey factory, complete with a botanist's workshop on the upper floor. It's not just for show either, he's already got bees working away inside, and a clear copper tube to watch the honey flow once it really gets going. Big projects deserve big relaxation, and Sausage heads over to Fwip's house and mob spawner to hang out with the neighbors, including a lovely group flight around the server, courtesy of the local hippopotamus. After clearing up that he is indeed a hippogriff who is just really committed to the bit, Griff lays out a real interior to the nest, though he does take a break when another flying face shows up to try out a new Call of Duty strategy.
This way, we play Call of Duty, right? We know what kill streaks are, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is an AC 130, level 10 kill streak. So,
11, yeah.
Right here.
Oh my gosh.
A quick trip out to sea lets Griff bring home a koi fish for his tank and a name tag for his panda, Red. He even dives quickly into the nether for some glowstone, to set up a string of lovely pink fairy lights in the shape of some sort of aquatic creature.
Here. Oh, look at them, they're like little octopuses. I think that's what they're meant to be. Or jellyfish, not octopuses. Is it octopuses? Octopi? Jellyfi? Either way, they're...
After hanging at Fwip's and being the impromptu tour bus, Griff returns home and sets to work building 3 towering farms, harvested by Create Mod machinery and topped off with a windmill, because apparently he didn't get enough of building in the sky in empires. After losing 2 lives in the first episode, Fwip's first priority is a full set of diamond armor. His reward for a successful caving mission is more time playing with Create machinery, even the ones he can't pronounce.
5th time I tried that voice line for the time lapse. I can't say deployer. I don't know, but...
After stopping by Gems to get some enchanting levels and steal a froggy chair, Fwip moves a bunch of his machinery into a basement complete with a lava farm. He then immediately fills that space above ground with a factory, holding a machine that produces clay, sand, bricks, glass, and flint from basically nothing. No wonder he's addicted to this mod. Fwip's even picked up a few new pets, a dog who definitely didn't eat his entire sheep population, and a parrot who can teleport with him, the perfect pet for a trickster.
Food back
From
in,
trickster to transporter,
and
Scott's teleporting makes him hungry all the time.
I don't need it.
So it's a perfect excuse to dive into the modern cooking
real
system.
With you, I don't really know what
like
comfort does.
He
I just know
meal
it's
prep
good.
Since food doesn't
Let
go
me have a
bad
look.
in Minecraft,
When consuming meals
which is
considered
good
soups or stews, players will be given. So now that I've made a bunch of food, it's time I commit modded SMP sin number 1. I'm gonna break my waystone.
Don't worry, he's just building a cute little gazebo for his waystone, and people can register it again easily. Scott also beautifies his coal-free processor, which uses plenty of limestone. Good thing Gem is willing to trade the honey to make it infinitely for a few servings of fresh pumpkin soup. To improve the processor, though, Scott has to head into the local death trap known as the Nether, and learns the hard way that his teleporting is not interdimensional.
The answer is no, I can't. Right, okay.
After finding the blazes and several fascinating and often deadly structures, one of them finally has enough obsidian for a portal out. Lucky he is a teleporter, or he'd be stuck 28,000 blocks away from home. He takes some time to visit his neighbor Sparrow, bringing equal amounts of food and funny business to the struggling researcher. Scott's not just bringing Sparrow food, he teaches him how to cook a warm meal of his own too. Though he's got plenty of warmth in his future, the materials his machines need requires his own trip to the Nether, and an unknown dimension is no light step for a human. Sparrow does sally forth and finds the Nether a hostile place at every turn. Ghasts, geysers, and skeletal snakes that are far less friendly teleporters. His bravery does not fail him though, and he returns to the overworld holding the blaze burners he needs. The path home leads past the manor of one Mythical J Sausage, a nether form hybrid, who lets him know he's not the only human around. Sparrow finally makes it home, only to be greeted by a surprise visitor, who is thankfully a little more chill than his past day has been. Unfortunately, Martin's theories on hybrid powers run along the same line as Sausage's, rather deadly. Determined to be alive long enough to enjoy having powers, Sparrow builds a machine to splice his DNA with whatever is most compatible. Even if it works, it won't be easy, but such is science. Sparrow steps into the machine, and we are left to wonder, did it work? Thankfully, a different cliffhanger is actually resolved. From bad guy to good guy, there's a new superhero. Jimmy's new origin is Monkey, and he thinks swinging around is a hero's gambit, as long as Marvel doesn't sue him. What do heroes do? They fix problems, and Jimmy starts with a problem close to home.
This trapdoor right here, it broke my whole community.
Now is a round of helping the neighbors, bringing a housewarming gift to Martin's dollop, color coordinating Griff's storage for him, and even helping Scott rest his feet by bringing everything he needs into the same place. Only Griff seems to appreciate him, though.
You like that?
Yeah, actually, you know what? See, I would need to sort it out and move it all up there, so for now, this will do.
To avoid a hero's untimely death, Jimmy goes mining to make full diamond armor, then spends a little time laying out plans for the future of Timland. And he's not the only one looking to the future. KATHERINE is planning out Catlandia, a theme park based on whatever Six origin she has over the series. Her house is also built to follow the Six Life theming, with the exception of the bedroom, which KATHERINE can decorate freely using a little luck, a little modding, and a little village scavenging. Then comes the room and theme park area for her first origin, Human.
Now we can decorate the human room, which, if I'm being honest, I don't exactly know how to decorate a human room.
She settles on the very human theme of the basics, decorating the room with simple things like her first gear and a cozy flower barrel. She fills the theme park with her crops and farm animals, using giant statues of them as waymarks, including a giant version of herself to watch over the whole thing. Wooden paths, a few balloons, and a sign later, and Human Land is open. KATHERINE's not the only human on the server, and with the chaos and shenanigans that follow all these powered peoples, it's nice to know there's a place for the normies.
Big L. All I'm going to do is come here, get a 9 to 5, work on the crops, and then go to sleep at a regular time because I got to be up early for work in the morning.
After all the adventuring CPK's done this week, maybe a 9 to 5 doesn't sound so bad. He sets out across the ocean searching for a coral reef. That oceanographer won't level himself up. He runs across a number of dungeons and modded temples, which he will come back to clear when he's a little less terrified of dying immediately. The axe chopping mod that takes down whole trees at once also works on mushrooms, and CPK uses that to his advantage against a mushroom piglin village, until the largest mushroom fights back.
Oh, wait, it's also not using any of my... Wait, is it lagged? It's not... Oh my god, we broke it! Oh no!
He also has a close brush with death. Tabbing into options while standing on a geyser sends him into the clouds, but he uses his mini-map to find water and just barely misses the ice on the way down. Safe. Martin's not missing the ice, he's reveling in it with the colony, having finally completed the alphabet. That's a lot of mouths to feed, he's gonna need income fast. And there's no better business for a chilly man than fridges and freezers, so Martin builds a giant fridge to act as both his shop and his fan art space, complete with a commercial that would bring a tear to a used car salesman's eye.
Philly freezers, French freezers, and freezing freezers! Open now! We even got one of those wacky wavy inflatable things!
On a server with no TVs, the best way to advertise a commercial is a QR code billboard placed in obnoxious, I mean incredibly visible places around people's bases, which is also a convenient excuse to grab waystones. And one of the stops gets an extra little gift in the form of a toy. Even if the bad guy himself is gone, the merchandise lives on, and Martin loves nothing more than satisfying the customer.
This should be perfection. Oh, it's a bit trippy, isn't it? You can tell that it's a picture, but it also kind of works like an optical illusion.
Good Times with Scar seems to have forgotten to ask for a custom origin, so he's stuck as human, or so he thinks. Some fan detective work reveals his first origin to most likely be a witch. We say first because he dies to an apparently well-disguised cave creeper. They're still good to be found in the modded mobs, though.
Oh my gosh! They're sea otters! And they're laying on their backs! Oh, that is so cute!
Still without revealing, or knowing, his new origin, Scar tours the server, finding Jimmy's place and Martin's gift for him.
Yeah, you know what's about to happen. Get ready.
I'm a bad boy in a bad boy's world. It's plastic, it's fantastic. I'm a bad, bad, bad boy.
He eventually finds a relatively flat area and builds a red biplane as his starter base. Creativity over convenience. With a little superglue, a little luck, and a few tries, the first plane of the coming Scarport takes flight. And we're gone. That wraps up the week here on New Life Recap. Thank you so much for watching, drop a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want more. Check out the contributors in the description below, and we'll see you all next week.